I'm gone. No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. Oh no, no, oh no, don't mess with Dragon. Yeah. Listen here and listen clear. This one gonna hit home for some of y'all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Didn't we just read it? No, I'm not conceited. If it ain't about God's laws, like Michael, just beat it. You stiff neck and I see it. If it's in the book, then it's needed. The wicked flee with number 2, so sit down and just eat it. Most High said keep it. You out of order, just speaking. Against his law, we can't pull it off. You unbelieving, I'm leaving. It's that time and that season. You lying for no reason. Me, devout woman, please. That there is treason, yeah. I need a pillar of rest, not a pillar of stress. My spirit is vexed. A woman like you is worse than death. I wanna do right, but you worse than left. I'd rather be alone than hurt my rep. Temptation hard, gotta watch my step. You gotta watch your step, yeah, watch your step. I'm coming for the kingdom, that's life and death, yeah. You say you don't clean, girl, that's out. So please pass that tea, hit the side and get out. One again. You say you don't clean, girl, that's out. So please pass that tea, hit the side and get out. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Don't mess with Dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Don't mess with Dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Don't mess with Dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Oh no, no, oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
Tell me how that fire feel. Didn't listen, now Dragon live inside your crib. Don't cook, can't clean, it's your talkative. You wanna smoke, now you're getting all of it. Don't perceive the things I'm saying strange. Play the game, you got yourself to blame. We try to tell you, don't focus on the frame. The picture perfect dame, a serpent man. Got horns inside the brain, it's such a shame. Was hoping she would change and still remain. Before she crazy, now she plain deranged. Laughing stock is what you done became. Hit because you're burning, now you're flames. Dragon lady acting so unhinged. Heard you had a fight and blows exchange. And all because you couldn't show restraint. Wow, it's amazing what could happen when you don't prove somebody and behind closed doors y'all tapping. Your lust was used for a distraction. You was about that action, now you're dealing with a dragon. It's amazing what could happen when you don't prove somebody and behind closed doors y'all tapping. Your lust was used for a distraction. You was about that action, now you're dealing with a dragon.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon. Look. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, 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 oh no, don't mess with Dragon. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. Oh no, no, oh no, don't mess with Dragon.
I'd rather dwell at the corner of a housetop than in a wide house with a brawling woman. I'd rather have a wild lion out the jungle as a pet to feed. But nowadays what they call a woman, that demon coming with her chest out, bumping you with it with pants on spiritually, but it was all for nothing. She said shalom real sweet and bowed down till she got your love. Realize she believe in nothing. She searched the whole world just to find you. She reveal her real self when it's time to. You gotta hit her with the scripture, say I tried to. The lady say she love the Lord, she a liar too. My brother didn't prove a friend, he inquired you. You gotta listen to your Lord, you required to. He in such a low estate that he really can't wait for you to go on a fornicate so he can fire you. You that old ball and chain that he tied to. You can look into his eyes and see it tied to. Going through the kind of pain you gotta strive through. He need the power of the Lord to survive you. All the hurdles and the hoops that he climbed through. If he could, then he would try and hide you. But if he hide and we seek, and she still ain't the street, knowing we gon' see it all when we slide too. Every time you try to talk, you gotta speak too. Take a little step forward and she walk too. You gotta constantly endure and to rock too. You gotta really go to war, bro, you got to. Every time you do the work, she try to stop you. Got a wide open shot, she'll block you. You trying to make it to the top and she'll drop you. And now you realize that you should have took the counsel when being like, no.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gone. No, 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 oh no.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Most high in Christ bless.
Yes, sir.
Saying of the SEERS. We in the building. All praise to the Most High. Hey, we got a fire show today. Can I get some claps? Can I get some something, bro? Don't just do the horns. You know what I'm saying? Let's hype it up.
Let's get it hype.
You know what I'm saying? Saying of the SEERS in the building. We had to start it off with that drag on. No. You know what I'm saying? That's been the theme for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But this is saying of the SEERS, IUIC, Kansas City. I'm Officer Lagabawar in the building.
Yes.
Who I got with me?
Well, if brother put me on the screen, got Officer Kim in the building.
Officer Kim.
You got Officer Abishai.
Got Abishai in the building. Who we got over there?
Uh-oh.
Special guest.
Shalom, it's Officer Zimrod.
It's Officer Zimrod.
Zimmer.
Dante stayed home today. Ain't that right?
That's right.
We gonna see. We said that last time.
we gonna see.
We gonna see if Dante stay home today. All right, we got our reader in the building. Hey, shout out our reader.
Brother Gamaliel.
Brother Gamaliel is reading for us today. All praise to the Most High. Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. We had a good weekend. Hey, fire classes came out. Bishop did a fire class. You know what I'm saying? About us being kings.
That's right.
Coming back to being kings.
That's right.
Hey, turn your phone off, bro. We trying to be professional, bro. Turn your phone off. Turn it on mute, bro.
The hell is this?
That
was
bro?
my watch.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
My high-tech Apple.
Oh, you got a high-tech watch.
Apple Watch.
Okay, come on, bro. Put it on silent.
Team Apple over here.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But we had fire shows. Bishop Kana and Deacon Malachi did fire class. You know, so hey, what was y'all thoughts on it? What was your weekend like?
Hey, it was fire. Like you said, fire class. Some sisters better get in the spirit, man.
Sisters better get in the
It was
spirit.
a good weekend, man. I woke up. Captain got a lie, had a fire class. Got to the school. We got a little break in the weather. It was 50 degrees. We can go out. We went to camp. Camp
it
was
wasn't
nice.
freezing.
It wasn't freezing.
It wasn't freezing.
I don't know what we looking like this week. You know how it is in KC. But, yeah, Cap had a good class that morning. Then all the deacons, the bishops came on. It was fire. It was a good class. Good weekend.
All praises.
Hey.
Hey, where was you at, Dante?
I don't know. Where Dante at?
Or Zimrod. Where was you at? Officer Zim, where was you at? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
Zimrod was in Birmingham, Alabama, man.
Shout out Birmingham.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to Birmingham.
How was the water? Oh, the water good there, right?
The water.
It's
Hey,
Mississippi.
no,
It's Jackson.
we had hospitality out the roof, man. They gave
Okay.
us this water that was in this like blue bottle. Man, I don't know what that stuff was, but shout out to Officer Abishai out there in Birmingham and Captain Yadin, man. Hospitality was out the roof. All praises to the Most High. Had a chance to chill with them brothers, man. It was fun, man.
All praises. That's good. It's always
what's
good
up.
to get out and travel somewhere. Hey, when you got home, did your wife, was she in the spirit? Did she greet you? Did she say, hey, my Lord was gone for the past 3 days. Let me give him a hug. Let me make him a sandwich. Did she learn anything?
Yeah. She said she watched the videos, and matter of fact, when I got home, we got back so late. It was really late, but so I kind of creeped into bed late. But when we got up, she gave me a big hug and said, welcome home.
Okay.
All praises.
So you don't got no drag on
Should be
up in
treated. I ain't got no drag on.
Okay.
You ain't got no drag on. All praises. No
praises.
drag
All
on.
praises.
No. Hey, shout out the wise man, Officer Matt, Officer Judah, Officer Shem. You know what I'm saying? Shout them out, man. That was a fire song. Hey, so we're keeping into that, you know what I'm saying? The bishops, they really went over this, and men and women, the wives and the husbands got to take heed to these classes. You know what I'm saying? The sisters have to understand that we at war. The men have to understand that we at war, and we got to understand the roles that we play in war. You know what I'm saying? So the sisters got to understand that when a man is at war, he needs peace. He can't be going to war thinking about, hey, my wife did this, my wife did that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you take your mind off the mission for 1 second, the devil can creep in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The devil can creep in. So the title of the show today is New Year, Same Lies. Same lies. You know what I'm saying? Now we know that this is not the new year. You know what I'm saying? Play on words. So Israel, don't be commenting like it ain't the new year. We know it ain't the new year. We're gonna get into that. We understand that. You know what I'm saying? But according to Esau, new year, but it's the same lies. You know what I'm saying? Because, our people still think that it's a new year. So it's the same lies that's been perpetuated over and over and over again. But thank God that we got the prophets here to set things straight and set things in order. All praises. All right, so you ready? Yes, sir. Let's read that.
We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat as stated in Leviticus chapter 5 and verse 1.
All praises to the Most High. Hey, so as we talking about these classes that came out about husband or wives supporting your husbands during this time, during this war effort, because we are in a war. You have to support your husbands. You can't be that stressed. He already dealing with enough. Can you imagine what it's like being a prophet? You going out on the street, you risking your life every day. You know what I'm saying? You risking it all to get this gospel out, and then you come home to somebody who's just like, whatever.
Yep.
Here's a bologna sandwich, Negro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine? You know, the Bible is telling you that you are God, that you are God on earth, that you a king, right. That you a priest, that you supposed to be ruling the world, and then you come home and then it's like,
ban.
I don't want to do what you. Not even to that extreme, because some, you know, and a lot of wives, they don't do it to that extreme. They're not calling their husbands BANs to their face,
right?
But they are disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That silent, subtle disrespect.
Right.
That's worse. You know, the
passive aggressive.
Exactly, the passive aggressive. The overt ostrich. You know, you see that, okay, you the devil, but that slick talking devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That slick talking, yes, Lord. And then, you know what I'm saying, don't do nothing you ask them to do. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the one that the sisters got to check and make sure that they not that person.
Or the ones that only call their husband their Lord at the school.
Only call it, but at home you Tyrone.
Yeah.
She don't even call you by your Hebrew name. She be like, Tyrone.
Dang.
Tyrone.
Dang.
The trash needs to be taken out, Tyrone.
The whole time the brother at the school, you not like that.
You know what I'm saying? Be sitting at the leadership table just looking at his wife like, cap. CAP.
Cappity.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we do in Kansas City. When you lying, it's CAP. And a lot of y'all sisters is in New Year with the same lies.
Y'all better watch them women, man. When them scriptures coming out about that, they get up and go to the bathroom all of a sudden. Or the baby's diaper.
It's a line to the bathroom, super long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All of a sudden they starting a conversation. Like, what y'all talking about?
Over there talking. Shut up. You need to be listening. You know what I'm saying? So all praise to the Most High. But hey, the prophets ain't the only ones going through this. Let's pull up that LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? This is a billionaire athlete taken care of. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never been in a scandal.
Yeah.
You know, you never heard about him cheating on his wife. He married his wife from high school, I believe. You know, his high school sweetheart. They've been together for a long time, got 3 beautiful kids together. Obviously, he takes care of his household. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's straight. But let's see how this man get treated. Let's see.
Ain't done nothing but get buckets.
Let's see.
James proved once again why he's just a normal human like everybody else. He's playing Madden on New Year's. He got yelled at by his wife. Check out the video.
This how you making me bring in the new year? This how you making me bring in the new year?
Play Madden? I mean, listen, I've been in Atlanta all weekend. I got my birthday celebration. I went to a basketball game. We celebrated my birthday with you. Mom, good. Ohio State crushing loss. So I got to get it done. Just start the year off good.
All right, so stop.
Damn.
So this is a $1 billion man right here. They call him King James. King James. But his wife is asking him, why is he this what we gonna do? This what you gonna make me do on New Year's?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, why?
It goes back into what you were just saying. Yeah. She ain't calling him a BAN. Right. She ain't calling him a nigga. Right. It's subtle. She got him on, what is it, TikTok or Facebook or whatever, plastering it out in front of the whole. It really ain't subtle. But this is the norm. This is what we're used to, putting women on a pedestal. But this is what we got to get out of.
She caught this brother with his toes and thighs out.
Everything else. He chilling. He in his sanctuary. He
don't want nobody to see that.
Yeah.
This brother been getting buckets, got championships. you know what I'm saying, doing movies, you know what I'm saying, all he want to do is play the video game.
That's
But
it.
you know what's
You know what I'm
crazy?
saying? And all praises, he ain't want to celebrate New Year's.
Right.
That's something to be celebrated
Right,
too.
you know what I'm saying?
He ain't want to celebrate New Year. He want to play the game.
And then she gonna blame him. Say, is this how you gonna have me spend my New Year? Girl, take your butt out with your girl. Where your friends at?
Yeah.
If you want to spend this wicked holiday, you know what I'm saying. And then it's almost like he had to be politically correct because he know that she's filming him. So I can't say nothing wrong or out of line because you're gonna blast this all over social media.
Nah, that's how he would talk.
Yeah.
That's how he would talk if the camera wasn't there.
Right.
Because that's what a lot of us, a lot of black men have to do. They have to talk soft to their wife. They have to try to explain themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to get as we come back to being the gods of this earth. And as we come back to being the rulers of our household, doing what we got to do. We can't talk like that. Try to explain. He's trying to explain himself. Hey, I did this with you. I did that with you. I'm just trying to play the game. You know, I did all this stuff for you. Just let me play. That's how he sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to get out of this mind of the condition to trying to explain something.
Right.
And not explaining nothing to you. If this is what I want to do. This is what I'm doing right now. You need to support me.
Right.
If I went to work, took care of my business, went through the scriptures like I'm supposed to do, handle my business. If I'm sitting down doing something I like to do, whether it's playing video games or something else, whatever it is, if I'm sitting back chilling, don't come up to me talking about this is what you gonna make me do. Can you imagine your wife come up to you like, this is what you gonna make me do on the new moon?
Like, hey, it's 10 bedrooms in this house. Pick one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
This what you gonna make me do on Passover? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
And
You know.
the brother went through his whole list of what he's done.
Yeah.
He's out of town. He's at different basketball games, flights, business meetings. What do you think she's doing? Does she have to want for anything?
Right.
She don't even got to wake up, they got maids for that.
Right.
And she's still not satisfied. There's no desire to your husband, like
Even-
the scriptures say.
Even I was looking at like, you gonna talk to LeBron James? Like,
LeBron James.
Right there.
You gonna talk to LeBron James like that?
Hey, but you see also too though, like when you see highlights and stuff when he on the court, this brother got a whole different demeanor about him. But as soon as his wife say something, he goes into little boy mode.
And look, we gotta kill that saying, man. It's a saying in the world: happy wife, happy life.
Right.
Dead that.
That's dead. That's nowhere in the scriptures. Happy king, what is it, Mordecai? What we come up with? Happy king, happy life. We gonna go with that right there.
king, happy
That the
life.
brother can't think.
You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure that your
Happy
man is God's plan. I like that. Happy man is God's plan.
But I love
On the
that
fly.
because women don't understand. Women, because Bishop bought this out before. Y'all don't understand the power that y'all really have
Bring
in
it out.
submission.
Bring it out.
Y'all don't understand because if you make a happy home for me, I come home, you a silent woman.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm
We
saying? I
gotta
come
get it.
home to the food that I like, and we do the things that I like. I'm gonna try to reach and get you the moon. You know that dress you wanted? I'm gonna be happy to get it.
And
you know them shoes you want? I'm gonna be happy to get it. You know them nails and toes that you want did? I'm gonna be happy to do it, and I'm gonna take you to your favorite restaurant when I get a chance.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
let's get it. Let's back him up.
Back it
Sirach
up.
26.
Bring it out.
Just bring it out.
Bring it out.
Sirach 26 and 13.
Sirach chapter 26 and verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones.
Her discretion will fatten his bones, meaning that man don't want for nothing. You can get, like the officer said, if you do your job and your mind is well instructed, you got grace. You're not out there running your mouth in everybody's business, telling your business in the house, putting your man on blast on social media.
Right.
Hey, that fattens a man's bones. That man has security. He ain't worried about nothing.
Yep.
Read.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
So you sisters as loud mouth and clamorous, you ain't no gift. You ain't no gift. You trash. Read.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Hey, a woman who has her mind well instructed, is based off her husband's mind, based off of God's plan. Hey, there's nothing more valuable than that in this world.
Right, that's right. Give me a Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21 and 19. Y'all sisters got to start understanding having a desire to your husband.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? If she had a desire to her husband, she'd be like, hey, My man went out there, got buckets. He got 38 last game. Let me rub his feet while he playing this video game. The brother just got me $1 billion. We chilling. We living a good life. Let me rub his feet. Let me rub his shoulders or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me shut up. Let me be quiet while my man is doing his thing. Matter of fact, let me cheer him on as he playing this video game. Hey, babe, maybe you should pass. Yeah. Maybe you should do a run play this time. You know what I'm saying? You got a touchdown, go LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
And if she really want him to stop playing, you go get you some pom-poms, a little cheerleading dress. You know what I'm saying? That'll stop. Let me pause.
Dante here now. Dante here
now.
Dante here now. You look for Dante. Dante here now. Hey, but read this real quick.
Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman.
So I want you to think about it. LeBron James got a mansion, right? And I guarantee you in that moment, he was just like, why are you asking me? I'd rather go stay in a hotel room and play my video game in silence than to hear you talking right now.
Right. What
you know what I'm
else
saying?
can I
Just
do
let
for
me. There's a big house.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a swimming pool in this house.
Yep.
I'm sure there's an exercise room in this house. Right. I'm sure there's a kitchen in this house.
Right.
Something needs to be cleaned.
Yep.
At this moment, something needs to be cleaned. You could go work out.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a theater room.
Right.
I'm sure you got some headphones somewhere. You can go listen to some music.
Yep.
I'm sure there's 50 million other things you could be doing than sitting there watching me enjoy myself.
Right.
Come on, man.
My joy.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can pay somebody to come in the house and entertain you. You can literally pay somebody to come in the house and do a magic trick or something. Or, you know what I'm saying?
You looking for Dante? Dante here now. You looking for Dante? Dante here now. Give me that in Proverbs. A wise woman buildeth up her house. Where's that at?
14.
Proverbs
14.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
And when it says your hands, it's talking about your mouth, ladies.
Yeah.
It's talking about your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Your mouth. You got to be quiet. You got to learn how to be submissive. You got to learn how to desire your husband. You know what I'm saying? So don't pluck down your house. Build it up. Build it up with serving your husband, being of servitude. You know what I'm saying? Or this is going to happen. Give me the video, give me that first link that's in Saying of the Seers. You wonder why brothers is doing this. It's the first thing that Eliakim had posted. Give me that. Let's play this. Alfonso Ribeiro. Hey, if you don't show desire to your husband, this is what's about to happen.
Damn. Fine. Get a Carlton.
Look at this. Look at this. Somebody look at this.
Somebody come look at this.
Come play this real quick.
Going to fuck some white girls in my lifetime. Yeah!
Alfonso.
Okay, every time you see me in a club, guess who I walk out with? Who? A lovely blonde white chick. Yeah.
Oh, Alfonso.
Come on now. I break a now. Come on. Every time I want to leave. Get a white chick, get
Hey, stop. Hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this is wicked as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, hey, due to the conditions we've been in, slavery being destroyed, this is how some of our brothers think. They think like, hey, man, I don't want to deal with no attitude. I'm going to go deal with the white woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to start reversing that thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to start changing that narrative about our sisters, that our sisters can be loving, that our sisters can be submissive, that our sisters can love their husbands. You sisters got to understand in this war that you're playing a valuable role in the image of what we're doing.
Right.
Of this whole movement. If you don't support your husband, if they see you in public being rude to your husband, they're going to be like, yep, Israelite, black woman, mad black woman.
Yep.
I guess that don't change with the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So, to you sisters that can't call your husband Lord in public. Right. Can you imagine what that does to the psyche of a black woman who sees you in a store with your husband, and then you say, Lord, do you need something? Do you want me to get this for you? Right. She would look at you like, what?
Right.
Wait a minute. She calling him Lord.
Right.
But she happy. She got a smile on her face Her husband taking care of. She looked like she taken care of. She got new clothes on and stuff like that. Maybe I should get at a try.
Right.
Maybe I should be submissive. She looked like she having a good time.
Yep.
But some of y'all walk around with a scowl on your face, like it's hurting you. It's grievous.
Yep.
Remember, the scriptures say that you keep the commandments and they be not grievous. It shouldn't be grievous to serve your husband.
Right. Yep.
You got to check your spirit.
Yep.
And you brothers got to be men.
Yep.
You brothers got to demand that thing in your household. Make sure they stay on point.
And look, the Bible gives you the cheat code, sisters. It's not hard. It's not hard to please men. All we want is silence. What else? Food, good food. That's loud. I'm gonna say that loud.
The 3 S's
And some good cut. That's
good
it.
cut.
That's the 3 S's.
Just 3 things,
3
bro.
S's.
And
Silence,
everything
sex,
will
and
be
a sandwich.
Perfect. Silence, sex, and a sandwich. I love it. But that's all we need. And it's in the scriptures. Give me my due benevolence, and we good.
Right.
We good.
Yeah.
Hey, and sisters, also too, you got to realize, like he said, in public, but also in the school. If you're walking around with a bad countenance in the school, you can offend some of these new sisters because now they're looking at you as somebody who's been there for a while. And your countenance is not an example of what a Titus 2 woman should be. Right. So you got to examine that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So, definitely, sisters, take heed to what was going on yesterday and on the Sabbath. Make sure y'all go back, rewatch those classes. You know what I'm saying? Brothers too. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to make sure that we rule in our households as the scriptures. We got to dwell with our wives according to knowledge, making sure that we're building them up according to the scriptures, checking those things that they doing. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that they know, hey, this is not becoming of how you supposed to desire me. This is not becoming of what you supposed to be doing. You need to. Let's go through these scriptures. Let me show you what you're supposed to be doing. Let's make sure that you on point. So we gotta make sure we on point with that, man. Or you have a whole bunch of Carltons on stage talking about let's get some
blonde hair.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I leave with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm leaving with. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, even that too. If you can't submit right now where everything is peaceful and the only drama you have is like little congregational ticks, you're not gonna be submissive when that persecution start.
You definitely not. Yeah, when it hit the fan, when it's time, hey, get that, go, let's go. Yeah. It's gonna be that salt. Remember Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be the type that turn back because you're gonna be like, nah.
But what about this?
I don't think we ready to leave. Let me go get this, and then you're gonna be gone.
It's all rehearsal. We say it all the time. You talking about we ain't gonna. A lot of them ain't gonna be ready for the wilderness. Death is coming in there. You gonna be made that example. You talking a slick. What they like to say? Now they don't call us BANs, but being not listening or not following orders in the wilderness, that ain't gonna rock. It ain't gonna rock like that. Or a slick look. Yeah. That's I'm telling you, it's death. It's all rehearsal. Now.
That's a real statement that you're making because we're gonna be judged by our thoughts.
Our thoughts.
Our thoughts in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? So, all you sisters that can't control your thoughts now, you calling your husband a BAN under your breath, you mumbling under your breath. Imagine you do that in front of Christ. Your husband is standing in front of Christ and he turn around to you and be like, hey, make sure this is done, this done, this done. Yeah. And then she just sitting under her breath like, oh, I can't stand you. Christ gonna be like, kill her.
Just like that.
Kill her. Kill her now.
This is
get out of here.
You're gonna look at you better not cry.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, kill her now. Get out of here, bro. What's that scripture in Ecclesiastes? 10 and 20. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. We here, bro. We here. You know what I'm saying? Some of you brothers at home right now just be reading this scripture over and over again. Over and over. Let's read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 20. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter.
Right? So no matter what you do, the Most High got that Twitter. The Most High got that spiritual Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So anything you bring up, you know what I'm saying, anything in your thoughts is going to be manifested. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start with getting your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not so much about your actions. Because remember what Bishop always says, your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your legacy. I think it's like that or something.
Yeah.
But
sounded real good.
You will try to do the actions You would try to do the action, but your thoughts ain't right. Your mind ain't right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And your husband can tell. You know what I'm saying? Your husband can tell, like, all right, yeah, you cleaned up. Yeah, you cooked. But, you know how they be like, ain't no love in this food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no love in this food. Food be bland. You just be like, man, something missing.
No salt.
Something missing. You ain't putting no love in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no desire. I don't taste the desire in this food. You know what I'm saying? I taste the anger and the anguish.
That's
you know
what
what I'm saying? Take that spiritual
Death in the
mess
pot.
away from me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
That's
not eating that.
That's why I be mad about my food, man. I'm telling you,
Ain't no
that
salt.
tells you how you feel about me
Yeah.
when you put this in front of on my plate. I'm telling you,
Yeah, no thought in it at all.
no thought.
No thought
No
in it at
salt.
all. No salt
No
in it at
pepper.
all. No love in it at all.
Is it cooked?
You know what I'm saying? So,
Noodles all rubbery. What
Let me
the hell
stop.
is this?
Man. My wife watching this.
oh, here we go. Shame. This brother up here, my wife watching. Come on, bro.
My bad.
We out here being men. We
I ain't
out here
throw
trying to
her
set some
I ain't
things
throw her
straight.
under the bus like that.
Put your foot down, man. Don't be scared,
Put your
bro.
foot down.
You
If she
said
ain't
what
cook-
you
if-
said. You
listen,
said
look,
what you
damn.
said.
If she ain't
Son,
cooking
where'd
the
you
food
find
right, you
that?
tell her she
Say
ain't
it
cooking
with
the
your
food
chest.
I
right.
want a steak.
Say it with your chest.
Steak.
How
when I
you
get
want
to
it,
the-
bro? Tell her how you want
Tell
it.
her how you want it.
I want it well done.
You want it well done. What you
With
want?
salt.
With salt.
Salt.
And what else you want with it?
Asparagus.
You want some asparagus?
How you want your asparagus?
Hey,
man, so you better
and
tell me.
hey, tell her she better have a picture on Instagram showing that she did it tonight.
Yeah.
What he said.
Hey, for real. We got to start, as men, we got to start leading our households. You know what I'm saying? We got to have it under all subjection, showing the world that we are the kings of the earth. You understand? So men, we got to step up and be men. You know what I'm saying? And you sisters, y'all better be righteous. Y'all better be righteous. Hey, sis, you heard what your husband said.
That right.
You want a steak with some asparagus.
Asparagus.
You know what I'm saying?
Asparagus.
If there's anything on that plate that ain't steak or asparagus tonight, bro, I throw the plate.
Yep, that's right.
I throw the plate.
I'm gonna call you tonight. See,
I'm gonna call. Hey,
I'm gonna come over.
we coming over. We
coming
coming
over.
over.
I guess dinner's at my house tonight.
We want to know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we putting you sisters to the test. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better be on point. But all right, enough about you sisters. Y'all done got it all weekend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done got it all weekend. Soak it in. We got to move on.
Hey, like and share, man. Like and share, man, because the nation need to hear this, man. We building a nation. We are the Israelites, according to the Bible. We are coming back to who we truly were and truly are. So share this, because our communities need these things. This is going to affect families and the children. It's going to affect the children, right? So
I bet you that whole,
you right.
like and share, man.
I was gonna say, I bet you that whole first 30 minutes, I bet your sister's got a phone call.
Exactly. I bet you they like we'll
I didn't even see it.
We'll just tune in 15 minutes or so when they stop talking about it.
Right.
No, because for real, like, especially us, so-called black men, man, we oppressed out in the world. We don't want to come home and be oppressed too. You know what I'm saying? We need to get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? We are kings. We are gods on this earth, man. And guess what? They know it. That's why the Willie Lynch letter was brought out. That's why women, infant, and child WIC came out. That's why when they give you welfare, they put the man out, because they're trying to destroy your family. They're trying to destroy your men, your uncles, your brothers, and your sons, your husbands. Your fathers. They're daily on their bed plotting how they can destroy your family. So look, this is a revolution. When we came in on them slave ships, we all had the chains around our neck. All of us. So we came together, we gonna leave together.
That's right. That's right. That's a good point that you're making, Zimran. That's a really good point that you're making. Go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 26 real quick. Just one more. I ain't trying to beat a dead horse.
Hey, man, they
but
need it.
give me a bat.
Horse ain't dead.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to beat a dead horse, but give me a bat.
Horse still running and kicking.
That horse kicking.
I see his toe moving.
Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
It says her mind is as snares and nets. Always trying to trap you up. Always a problem. Always an issue. Never satisfied with what's the other word? Never satisfied, never
appreciative.
Nah, the C word. It's the C word.
Look at this. Look at this.
Content.
He said the C word.
That brother wife online right now.
Hey, that's right. That's support your husband, sis. Support your husband. That's
Shout out
right.
to my baby, GQ.
Hey, but hey, never content with what you have. You know what I'm saying? That you have to have the mindset that you're content, understanding that you and your husband are working to get the kingdom together.
Yeah.
All right, but read.
And her hands as bands. Whoso pleases God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
Hey, so remember that, brothers. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whoso pleaseth the Lord, you will escape. If you dealing with a wicked woman, hey, and you trying to get it right, you stand in the spirit, hey, the Most High gonna make either he gonna change that spirit in that sister because you teaching her, you doing what you got to do, or he gonna remove her out of the way. You gonna escape that sister. But it says the sinner will be taken by her. So brothers, hey, you got to step up. You got to do what you got to do. You can't be taken by her. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that whatever's going on in that household, it don't cause you to sin. You know what I'm saying? It don't cause you to get out the spirit. You gotta stay on point. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High will deliver you from that thing.
Especially
you know what I'm saying?
that's
But take control of your household, and you won't have to worry about that.
I say, especially these brothers that's sitting in the congregation every Sabbath, and they wife ain't coming in. Bro,
Oh, damn.
What's that say about you?
Shots
that
fired.
Shots fired.
Hey, that say you are a wicked man if you ain't escaping this woman who his hearts is bands and snares.
Right.
Because she's sitting at home all day talking about, hey, we got a Christmas party. You going? And brothers don't show up on Christmas Day.
Right.
When we all here at the school.
Dang.
Look,
Shots fired. That sound perfect.
I know we beat this running horse, but I got to get one more script.
Get it.
To back that. Let me get Sirach 36:24. Because you said you a wicked man, right?
Yeah.
A wife is a reflection of you, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, is it scriptural? We're going to see if it's in the scriptures. Bring that out.
Bring it up.
Sirach chapter 36 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
He that getteth the wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself.
And help like unto himself. So, if your wife calling you a BAN, not listening, it's probably something you doing. You not showing that example. You're not taking this truth serious. When a new moon come up, you ain't never around. Or you are every other Sabbath prophet.
Right.
You ain't putting in your brick in the congregation.
Right.
The wife is looking for a righteous example to follow.
Right.
That's all the wife is looking for, a man to follow. If she not following you, she following something. She following Donald Trump. She following basketball watch. She's following something. Steve Harvey, somebody.
But
something. Ultimately, she should be following
Her
you.
desire should
all right,
be
it
to
should
you.
be to you, and that's the reason why a lot of our wives be out of pocket. Keep going. Finish that on out.
A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
So you want to know why you don't have that pillar of rest? Why she coming to you asking, what can you do for me? You gonna bring in this New Year's in like this with me? It's because what the example that LeBron is showing. The men of this world, this is what they show, and that's why we have these wives like this. We got to start being a righteous man again, coming back to these laws. But yeah, this to back you up, bro.
And that's the point that Officer Zimmer was making, which is a heavy point. That's why we need to share these things. Like, you know, it goes beyond just telling people that we the Israelites. We telling people how to change the community. We telling people how to change their lives, how to change these generational curses that been put upon us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most of us never knew how to be in a marriage. Most of us never knew the proper way how to love a husband, how to love a wife. Remember, Titus 2 says you have to learn those things. How many of our sisters learn how to be a wife? How many of our sisters learn how to serve their husband? So it's imperative that you sisters learn so that you can teach the next generation. Not just your children and your kids, but these sisters that want to come in and learn. Because they're not going to come in knowing how to be a wife. You got to teach them and show them how to be a wife. But if you not doing what you supposed to do, how they going to learn how to do it? If brothers come in and, you know, we teaching this Bible, we teaching it, and we don't wear fringes, or we, you know what I'm saying, being halfway prophets, we don't go out and teach. how they gonna know how to have that fire to go out and do it?
Exactly.
So the same thing is expected of us, that we gotta live what we saying and what we teaching. You gotta do the same thing too.
Right.
It's imperative that you do it because the nation won't grow without it. We need righteous sisters to marry the righteous brothers that's coming up in here. There's single brothers that's coming in. These single sisters that come in need to learn how to be righteous women so that they could marry these women. We could continue to build this nation back up. So, hey, like Zimran was saying, like you got to share stuff like this. So when we talking about marriage classes, hey, even in the world, they need to hear this. They need to, maybe that might bring them in. Like, dang, they gave me good advice on marriage. Hey, what's this other stuff they talking about being an Israelite? What's this other stuff they talking about keeping the commandments? What's this other stuff? You know, they was right about my marriage. Let me see about some other stuff God talking about. So you never know what could draw somebody in. That's why you always got to be in the spirit and making sure that you're being the right example.
And speaking of generational curses, officer, let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 56 because a lot of people this may be your first time looking. Maybe your first time watching Saying of the SEERS. You may be new to IUIC or new to the understanding that we are the Israelites. The Bible shows us that we are the Israelites and that these generational curses fit us. All right, read that for me real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
So at one point in time, you were delicate and tender, and your foot wouldn't even have to touch the ground. You know how y'all calling yourselves queens and princesses, right? In order to get back to that, we got to keep God's laws. This is Moses talking to the Israelites, telling them, hey, if you don't keep God's commandments, all these things that we're sitting here talking about is going to happen to you. It's going to come upon you and your communities. This is what's going to happen. So when you reverence your husband, right? When you set them up as kings, when you call them Lord, call your husband Lord, women. Call your husband Lord. Hey, it's going to work out for you, for your best interest.
Right.
It's going to work out for the interest of your children. Think about your children watching y'all being in love. And when I say in love, I mean according to the Bible. What love is according to the Bible that these preachers ain't telling you. That's why you got more single parent households in the Christian church today than ever. That's where they're being developed. That's where they're being created. Woman, art thou loose. But you 50 with a bald head cat and you don't know which way to go. Still looking for a man.
You're going to
You
die
know what I'm
lonely.
saying? That's why y'all was out. Some of them was out last night twerking, looking for a man on New Year's when a year don't start in the middle of winter. Keep reading.
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
Because you don't listen to the Most High, you don't listen to the commandments, now your eye is evil towards your husband. A man be working from sun up to sun up. Some of them got 2 jobs trying to take care of this household, and he come home and he can't have steak and asparagus like he asked.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying?
With salt.
Bring it out.
With salt.
With salt.
With
Pink
salt.
salt. Pink salt. The Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt.
Don't
The
give me
good
that
salt.
little girl with the umbrella. That ain't salt. That's the
good
salt.
salt.
That ain't salt.
The good salt. It better be right. It better be
said
a
girl
it
with
better,
the umbrella.
Hey, you want a ribeye or a porterhouse?
Ribeye.
He want a ribeye. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Hey, you want a tomahawk? You sure?
No, I just want a ribeye.
You just want a
I'm trying
ribeye.
to,
Make sure you
burn
make
the
sure.
fat.
Hey, if you need to Google it, you better Google it. You don't come to him and ask him how you
grill?
supposed to make it. No, you go Google it. You figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's your desire. You want to. Hey, I want it to be perfect for him. I want it when he cut into it. He can use a butter knife to cut it.
That's what
and
I'm
then when
talking
he put
about.
it in his
No,
mouth, he
not a
just
butter knife. I want to use a spoon.
He want to use a spoon to cut
To
it.
cut it. All right?
You know what I'm saying?
Call another
Hey,
sister.
look,
Ask
look.
her how she do it.
Look, it's YouTube videos on how to do it.
Right.
It's YouTube videos on how to do it. Handle your business. All right, we gotta move on. We can't keep beating the dead
Hey,
horse.
man, we can stay here all day.
I know we could. We can't keep beating the dead horse. We got to move.
It ain't
on.
dead.
That horse is alive and kicking.
I see the ears moving.
He said it ain't dead. All right. What we got next? All right. Oh, dang, bro. You just keep going. All right. New Year's videos. New Year's. Was you know what I'm saying? Like, cause every New Year, every holy
Holiday.
every holiday, there's always some type of death, some type of incident, some type of madness going on. And we see it all the time. It's just like you can set your clock to it. How many people died in your city, in your state yesterday? Or was it the day before? Whatever day it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you hear is gunshots all night. All you see is fireworks. All you hear about is drunk driving. You know what I'm saying? Reveling on these days. You know what I'm saying? But God didn't tell us to do these things. Let's play that video.
Relatives and friends flocked to the city mortuary at Mulago Hospital to retrieve the bodies of their loved ones who died last night in a stampede at Freedom City Mall at Namasuba in Kampala.
It was 30 minutes
So
to,
I want y'all to pause this real quick.
midnight. Then
This is in Africa.
Right.
This is in Africa. You know what I'm saying? What is Africa doing celebrating New Year's?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shows you the influence that Esau has had across the world.
Yeah.
Give me that in what is it, Daniel 7:25 real quick. I think that's what I want. This is showing how far the reach has gone, because why are they celebrating Christmas? Why are they celebrating, New Year's? Because this is something that, when they came over, claiming to be missionaries and bringing that white Jesus Christ and Cesare Borgia, they brought along their customs. They brought along all those things that come with it. And our people start following after it. Read this thing.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
So how did Esau speak great things against the Most High? By giving us a white image of Christ. That's how he spoke great things against the Most High, by saying he's God, by trying to make new rules, by trying to change times, as it's going to get into. Read.
And think to change times and laws.
And think to change times and laws. Well, how did he change times? Because when did God say the new year was? Let's get that real quick, because there may be some new people out there. We got to make sure that we tell them what the actual new year is according to the Bible. Right. Let's go. Exodus 12 and 1.
Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year.
Now, let's keep reading a little bit and see if it was in the dead of the winter. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau is telling you that there's a new year in the dead of the winter when nothing is growing. That should ring a bell to you right there. Read.
Verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers.
Go to you want 13 and 4.
I got you.
13 and 4.
Exodus chapter 13 and verse 4. This day came ye out of the month in the month of Abib. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of
it says, this day came ye out in the month of Abib. This is when we came out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? This is the month of Abib. This is when we celebrate the Passover. It usually falls March to April. You know what I'm saying? It's after the what equinox? Spring equinox. Spring equinox. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we started to count it and understand that, hey, it's beginning to be a new year, because 14 days even after that, we celebrate the Passover, right? Which we getting ready to turn up for. You know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be our new year. That's what we supposed to be celebrating. You know what I'm saying? So when we celebrate our Passover, we ain't having stampedes. Right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't having nothing crazy going on. You know what I'm saying? Get the other video. Get the next video.
And just something to add on that, the month of Abib means ear of corn or green fruit. Right. So that's when the springtime, when the fruit is starting to, Harvest, okay?
But don't that just make sense? Don't that just make sense when the Most High created everything? It was new. It was springing up. It's spring. Come on now.
Yep.
But that's the thing. New Year, same lies. That's the lie.
Right.
And they tell you every year, they call you an April Fool because you're
April
stupid
Fool.
enough to believe that your year already started.
They put it right there.
Put it right in your
April
face.
Fool.
You're like, you're an April Fool because now is the new year, but you believed it happened 3 months ago.
Right.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Y'all some yearly fools.
Exactly, yearly fools. Where was we at? Get that video. The next video. Yeah. Come on, bro. You was doing good, bro.
And developing this morning in Alabama, Mobile police say one person is dead and at least 9 people are hurt after a shooting during downtown New Year's Eve celebrations.
Wait a minute.
So this is new.
Dante, when you just, or Zimran, when you just in Alabama?
I was.
Dang.
This is why we had to close the schools early.
This
because
is why
it's
we
like,
had to.
as soon as we walked out of the school, we heard that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't even wait.
What kind of gun is that? What kind of gun is that?
That's what it sounded like. You
What's
know what
that
I mean?
movie? Put that.
Harlem Nights. It's out there shooting the little gun. That's what they got in Alabama. Pow. All right, my bad. Start it over again. My bad. Play that thing.
So this is new video right here this morning from the streets of Mobile when the shots rang out. Police say they received a shots fired call around 11:15 last night, just blocks away from the city's New Year's party. Details are still limited at this time, but the police chief says that the survivors were rushed to the hospital. So far, no arrests have been made.
And that was mostly our people. It said 1 dead, 9 people hurt. Ain't y'all tired of seeing this over and over again? Every holiday that they celebrate, it's a shooting, it's a fire, it's a tragic accident, it's a drunk driving incident, it's something. Ain't y'all tired of this? You know what I'm saying? Ain't y'all tired of this? Every time we have a Passover or something like that, we're not talking about no craziness going on.
Right.
Somebody got drunk and hurt somebody else. Somebody was fighting, doing something with somebody else. Because when you come to serve God's laws, you understand, hey, when you come to Passover, you come with the understanding, hey, this is God's laws. Right. I got to make sure that I'm staying in tune with God's laws, that I'm loving my brother as I love myself. Right. That I'm correcting my brother if I see something wrong. That I'm not lusting after this is the mindset that you should have. Now sometimes, hey, brothers be out the spirit, but hey, when you see stuff like this should get you back in the spirit. Like, dang man, I ain't going there just to kick it. I'm going there to serve God at the Passover. I'm going there to serve God at Tabernacles. I'm going there to serve God at his high holy days because I could be out in the midst of this wickedness. Yep. I could be one of those 9 people that got shot. Right. I could be killed by that drunk driver. You know what I'm saying? I could be going through all this nonsense. Yep. You was looking like you had something to say, bro.
I got something real quick.
I know you do. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, 1 Peter 4. 1 Peter 4 and verse, what's that? 4. Because that's heavy what you bring out. Because they wonder why we don't celebrate these wicked holidays. And when we celebrate our holy days, we can actually find it in the Bible. And you feel good because you like, hey, our ancestors did this. Christ kept these holy days. I feel closer to Christ. I actually feel like I'm a child of God. I actually feel like I'm following Christ. Like, how can you feel on these wicked holidays that y'all have? It ain't nothing going on but more fornication, more drunkenness, more wickedness. Y'all don't even reverence these days as godly holy days anyway. But read that, because we got family members that like, why he ain't coming over? Why he don't come over for Thanksgiving? Why he don't celebrate? He can't call me and say Happy New Year.
It's time for us to get together.
It's time for us to get together.
Somebody always fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we can get together any day. You know, especially black people, all you gotta say, we playing cards, we chilling. Right. We can get together any day. People, I'll come over.
Look at here.
But just not on no.
We get together every Sabbath.
Every Sabbath.
At least 4 days out the month. And then we got new moons.
5.
We get together 5 days a month.
5 days a month.
Guaranteed.
At the
5
least.
days a month.
At the least. All right?
Read that.
We don't want to hear it.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 4. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot.
You think it's strange that we don't want to go out there and be shot? Be shot and killed on these holidays, man. We don't want to be murdered, in these wicked holidays that don't have nothing to do with God. You know, we don't want to be ran over by cars burning in some building because y'all acting crazy. That's all these holidays do is create craziness.
Hey, that's real talk. You think we crazy because we don't want to get shot.
We don't want to.
I don't want to go out there and have to fight.
Right.
I don't want to go out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, the sisters. Sisters don't want to go out there and get harassed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go out there and be drunk. I don't want to go out there and overdose. I don't want to go out there and crash my car. I don't want to go out there and spend $70 to get in the club for everybody just to stand around looking at each other. Come on, bro.
And then I bump into you, and now I'm dead because I just bumped into you. I'm sorry, bro. Like, what's
or don't
sorry ain't good enough.
Right.
I want you dead.
Right.
Read 3.
Wait a minute. Read the rest of it though. They do what?
Speaking evil of you.
And they speak evil of us because we don't want to do that.
Right.
Now we the wicked ones. Now we evil. You a hate group. I'm trying to save your damn life.
Right. Hey, read verse 3.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time past of our own life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
So like I said, we was out there. We know what's going on.
Right.
So don't look at us like we stupid now because we not going to these same places.
Right.
Bruh, it's an old saying in the world, bruh. If you know better, you do better.
That's right.
So if you know what's going to go on out on these nights, why are you still going? You got to get bored at some point.
If you know you got to have your strap to go to the club,
You probably shouldn't be there.
you probably shouldn't go to that club.
If you got to hide it in your shoe to get in the club.
Probably shouldn't be there. If you got to stand with your back against the wall, who all in here?
Stand by the door.
That's probably not a place you should be.
You know what I'm saying?
If the ops gonna be at that club tonight or this club,
Putting a blade under your tongue, like,
Bruh, and there used to be a
anybody-
setup because you know they used to play Little John just so you could
oh
fight.
my God,
That's a
oh
sad,
my
bro.
God, don't
Exactly.
stand so close to me.
Celebrating Janice, talk about New Year, New You, but you're doing the same thing
Right.
every year.
every
You know what I'm
year.
saying?
same
And
lies.
every year they be like, I ain't never doing that again.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, you know,
maybe.
you get drunk or whatever, and then the next day you have the hangover. You're like, I ain't never doing that again.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what-
next
Lord
December
Jesus.
31st, where the party at?
Lord
What
Jesus.
are we doing?
If you get me out of this, Jesus, this one time,
Exactly.
never do it again.
Exactly.
Never.
Doing the sisters doing the walk of shame after New Year. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Wig to the side.
done hooked up with somebody, ain't got no business, whoredom going on. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody trying to do that no more.
Right.
Come on, y'all. It's according to Esau, it's 2023.
Right.
Come on, we can read. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The truth is out there. I know you done seen an Israelite before. I know you done seen purple and gold. At this point, there's no way you could tell me you live in a urban area and you ain't seen purple and gold. It just is not not even a feasible assumption. You seen purple and gold somewhere.
They done seen us.
You done seen it. It ain't nobody that can say, hey, I live in the hood or I live in an urban area and say they ain't never seen an Israelite.
Right.
It just ain't happened. You done got a flyer. You probably threw it away. Okay, we'll give you another one. But it's time for you to start learning. You know what I'm saying? Quit doing the same stuff over and over again. Half the time, y'all don't know what y'all follow. You don't know that New Year's was based on Janus. You know what I'm saying? That it was a Roman god. But you be the same person, hey, I love Jesus. What's wrong with you?
And it ain't got so big, man. You can't even talk to nobody without them being related in some form to somebody that's an Israelite.
Right.
You know, my cousin in that. Yeah. Somebody is related to an Israelite somewhere. Right. So
that's
you can't
true.
say that you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody cousin that said Jesus is black, we the Israelites.
Simple
as
as
that. Is that called an oxymoron? Because they'll say, my cousin is an Israelite. You're an Israelite. We are the Israelites.
Right. Well, they'll be an Israelite when they repent.
Okay.
You know
because all Israel ain't Israel.
Follow what your cousin doing. If your cousin telling you to keep the commandments, just follow what your cousin doing. See what they talking about.
If you love Jesus.
If you love Jesus. But give me one more script. Colossians 2:8. Colossians 2:8. We have to come out of these fake holidays, these pagan devil worshiping holiday, and you are worshiping the devil. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Read
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Vain deceit, that's lies. You know what I'm saying? It says through philosophy and vain deceit. It's a philosophy that you do this every year. It's a vain deceit that you do this every year, that you haven't took 1 minute to look up why you're actually doing it. What does it actually mean, Reed?
After the tradition of men.
Because it's a tradition of men. You do it just because your mama did it and your grandmama did it, and they used to give you grape juice at 12:01. You know what I'm saying? In the living room when you know what I'm saying, when one person had to watch the kids because all the other adults was out there going to the party, and then you heard your uncle outside shooting his gun in the air. Yep. You got that from tradition. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, that's what they told you to do. But what if somebody told you that they got that from their slave masters? Right. You understand that shooting guns in the air on New Year's came from slave masters. Yep. Because the slave masters that would be, they had the watchers, I forget what they call
overseers.
Slave patrols, overseers, petty rollers. They carry guns and stuff like that. So on New Year's, they would be getting drunk, drinking, and then they would shoot their guns in the air. This is where you get that stuff from. You get it from your oppressor. Damn. You can't find an African tradition where you could go back to say, hey, I'm African American. I'm African. You can't go back to an African tradition to where they were shooting guns in the air at New Year's. Right. You can't find a tradition like that. But you can find a tradition from your oppressors that was doing that. And then you know what else they was doing? They was taking your grandma in the corner and saying, hey, tell Mammy to get on in this room. I'm about to go have sex with her. That's what they was doing. Make her so they was shooting in the air, they was drinking, and then they was having sex with your grandma. That's the same thing you do today. You go out drinking, you want to shoot your gun in the air, and then you want to go fornicate. Yep. So you following after your oppressor. The scriptures tell you not to follow after the traditions of men. Read this again.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
You never read where Christ celebrated New Year's Day in the middle of. He never celebrated the Gregorian calendar New Year. Right. You never hear about Christ saying, "Oh, well, yeah, it's New Year's. Let's hang out." When in Rome. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Christ never said that. Right. Do as the Roman. Right. He never said when in Rome, do as the Romans. He never said that.
He said, I'm not of this world.
He said, I'm not of this world. You're 100% right. I ain't doing what y'all do. I'm doing what I do. John 10:22, he said, hey, we face the dedication out here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to start waking up. We have to start getting away from these lies. All right. Let's move on. Hey, while we got a second, remember IUIC TV. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe IUIC Kansas City. We're trying to get to 7,000 subscribers. So help us out. Hey, share the class. A lot of people online, share the class. Maybe somebody will come in and get edified. You know what I'm saying? But we want to shout that out. Also, Spoken. It's still out. IUIC TV, there's a documentary called Spoken, A Voice for the Voiceless. Our leadership put a lot of time and effort in that documentary, and we have to push that thing, you know what I'm saying, because they pushing all these other narratives and all these other documentaries. Let's push the real documentary about the real truth. Let's make sure that we're doing that. All right. What's next? All right. Pull up that video. About Jamaicans burning down a hotel. Let's pull up the video. What it say right there? Pause it real quick. Read that caption.
Asians and whites build hotel in Jamaica, banned black people from going in, so Jamaicans burned it to the ground.
Hey, damn. hey, put some claps on that real quick. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not promoting violence, you know what I'm saying? Because, the scriptures say only by his spirit are we going to get out of this. It's not through, matter of fact, let's get it, Zechariah. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not praising violence, but at the same time, I understand them being frustrated and wanting to stand up and do something. Now we got to get the word out to them to show them how to really make the change, how to really get the oppressor off of them. Let's read that.
Zechariah chapter 4 and verse 6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts.
So we got to get them to change that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much energy it takes to go in and say, hey, we're going to burn this down? Imagine that same energy for keeping God's laws. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that same energy for, hey, we're going to have our houses right. We're going to take care of our children. We're going to take care of our wives. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I understand the zeal, but we got to get that zeal according to God's laws. And then we can really affect change in this world.
Because the Most High got a real fire coming.
A real fire that's going to burn everything. You want to be a part of that thing. You know what I'm saying? But what we got to understand is that this ain't new. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Asians and so-called Edom or so-called Moab, Chinese and so-called Edomites, white people trying to go in and capitalize off Jamaica. It's not really a new thing. Give me that video of it's The National. So what prompted this? What's prompting them to be so angry that they would go in and burn down this hotel? Let's play this real quick.
Step onto a Jamaican construction site, and you might wonder, what's with all the Chinese workers? These boots on the ground, part of China's foray into the Caribbean.
Stop. So, again, what you're seeing is Bible prophecy. Right. Here are these, China is on one part of the earth, right? And Jamaica is on the other side of the earth, right? They far away, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What do they have to do with coming to Jamaica? You telling me that so-called Jamaicans, or Benjamin as the guy would call them, they can't build their own roads? Right. You don't think that they're intuitive enough or smart enough if they had the right resources to build their own things? Why do they need to come in there and build this thing? We're gonna go over it, and we're going to go over the scriptures too. Play that.
Bringing with it Chinese loans, but also friction. These are the beginnings of a much-needed children's hospital, a gift from China, but one with strings attached.
Hold on, stop. Stop. It said this is a children's hospital that's really needed, and it says it's a gift, but it has strings attached. Give me Ecclesiastes 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
Everything is in the scriptures. Everything that we could think of is in the scriptures. Read this thing.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
We're going to get to the oppression in a little bit, read.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
It says a gift destroyeth the heart. So we got to understand that, our brothers in Jamaica are upset. They're mad because they see the oppression that's going on. But, they get these gifts that destroy their heart. And we're going to see one of the brothers whose heart is destroyed. But keep playing.
These are the beginnings of a much-needed children's hospital, a gift from China, but one with strings attached. It's their contractor, up to 50% their workers, leaving many in the local industry cut out. At sites across Jamaica, it's often like that, except it's usually a loan, a big one.
So they're doing a number of buildings looking very similar to that one.
That has engineer Carvel Stewart speaking out.
You're saying China essentially loaned money to itself to do work in another country?
Well, that's what it did, because it lends you the money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbor Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads and do the projects.
The people who build the road and do the project.
While the infrastructure
All right, so what he's saying is, hey, Jamaica pays China. They give them a loan to do the work, right? But on the back end of that, they take that money, China takes that money, and they pay their own people to do the work instead of paying the people from there to help the economy in that area. Because what you're supposed to do is you get a loan, your people do the work, your people spend the money in your community, and then, it pays itself back because it's all in the community. But what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we'll take the loan, but we want our workers there doing the work. So where do you think that money is going? Do you think they're reinvesting that money back in Jamaica? No. So what does that do? That makes you a poor country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the money that you're lending out, which is supposed to come back to you, is now going to another country.
Right.
So you can understand why it's frustrating, because here it is, this is supposed to be growth and development for your country, but you're becoming poor because of it. Because now you done put out a loan, and you're not getting that money back like you're supposed to.
Right.
Play it.
Money, and on the bottom of it, it says the beneficiary is China Harbor Engineering Company.
The people who build the roads
The
and do the
people who build
projects.
the road and do the project.
While the infrastructure is needed, the added debt, he says, is not, especially if China's investment doesn't improve the economy in the long run.
We will be seeking funds to repay those loans later on without having had the opportunity for the economy to earn from those funds.
Right? So that's what he's saying. They're not gonna get anything from it. Go ahead.
No, finish your point.
No, go ahead.
Get Limitations 5, because this is going right into what this brother was talking about on the video. Lamentations 5, and start at verse 1.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Because this is a reproachful thing for people to come into your land, take a loan. They give you a loan. Now you have no way to pay this loan back. Read.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
The inheritance, the land of Jamaica is turned to strangers now. Read.
Our houses to aliens.
Come on.
We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows.
This is the point. Read.
We have drunken our water for money.
Read.
Our wood is sold unto us.
So now this land, they're coming in, they're building on your land, and now you have to pay back the loan that you didn't even ask these people to build. Now they're benefiting off of the resources on your land, but now you are going into more and more in debt.
Right.
That's why you read in Deuteronomy 28, it says, they will lend to you, but you shall not lend unto them.
Right.
This is letting you know who the curses pertain to. We are the ones under the curses today.
And it's also showing you that all of these nations are our enemies. We always like to go for the white man. When we ask on the street, who was your enemy? First thing they say is the white man. It's not just the white man.
Right.
Every nation is against us. Let me get that in Psalms 83. Psalms 83, verse 2. We got to remember this. It's like it says in Maccabees. I think it's 1 Maccabees 2. What nation have not had a part in our kingdom? Not taken of our spoils. Every nation is against us. Read that.
Psalm chapter 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So it says, our enemies, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you have enemies, okay?
You have enemies.
And it's going to tell you exactly who our enemies are. Read.
Thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Okay, they hate you, and they've lifted up their head against you. How? By discontinuing you from who you are. Coming to your land, taking your resources. That's how they lifted their head up against you. But it's going to go into a detailed account of who those enemies are. Read verse 6.
Verse 6. The tabernacle.
Go to read verse 5. Read verse 5, then 6.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
So it says all of these nations are confederate against you. Okay. Read.
The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes.
So it says the tabernacles of Edom, that's the so-called white man. The Ishmaelites, that's the so-called Arab man. The Moabites, that is your Chinese. Okay, so all of these nations are our enemies. It makes you that's why when these nations come to our land or come to America, they can get loans.
Right.
They can get loans and build gas stations in your neighborhoods, tax free. The Arabs, they have gas stations. The Moabites, which are the Chinese, they have the wig shops. That's why they're able to get those loans. And then you have the Hagarenes, which are the true Africans. They own convenience stores and things like that. They get free loans for that. It's because they're confederate against us. It's all a plot to keep us on the bottom. So blacks and Hispanics, you got to wake up. We have enemies. And until we come back into these laws, gather ourselves together. Together.
Sound like an old Negro slave.
Together.
We got to gather ourselves together.
We got to get together.
We got to get together.
And run.
We gonna leave by night. If you ain't ready, you been left.
That's that St. Louis coming out.
Gather together. We gotta gather together under God's laws.
I
all
felt
right?
you though, bro.
Hey,
We got to gather together.
but the Chinese didn't the Chinese do something similar in Africa where they
doing
built
something
the
Yeah.
center and then they hacked the phones and got all their information.
Exactly.
It was a government, like a government building
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. So they're not gonna give you nothing without them getting something in
Right.
return. Straight up. Period.
But that's all part of the curses. Go to Deuteronomy 28.
Check it out.
Deuteronomy 28, and let's go to 33.
Deuteronomy chapter Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So this is what we seeing. China ain't got nothing to do with Jamaica.
At all.
You know, they don't even mix. Ain't no history there for them to be mixing like that. You know what I'm saying? They can't even understand each other. You know what I'm saying? Ping, tang, wing, tang. Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Wagwan. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so what's going on here? But it says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. And this is what we seeing, read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
And that's why the people in Jamaica are still poor. You know what I'm saying? The country is making money. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I turn around, somebody going to Jamaica. Like, oh, we going to Jamaica. We going to Jamaica. So tourism is booming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They obviously the Chinese making money out there. Moab making money out there.
Right.
So it's something out there. But the people the way they live,
Right.
they're poor.
Right.
Read.
Verse 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
So they are mad. You know what I'm saying? Mad being mad and mad being crazy as well. Out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? So they're mad. That's what would make you burn down a building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, man, we trying to build up ourselves and you coming in and taking everything. That'll make you, and to add insult to injury, we built this thing with our money, and then you tell us we can't even come in there.
Right.
What? You know what I'm saying? That would make you mad. Oppression would make you mad. But we got to get to our brothers and sisters in Jamaica and get them to understand that this is not the way. Burning down that hotel ain't the way.
No.
Keeping God's laws is the way.
Right.
That's what's going to make them pay. Because when Christ come back on the scene and he deliver us as his people, ain't nothing they could do about that. They can build another building if you burn it down, but they can't build another kingdom once Christ come and shut everything
The
down.
building's insured. They got insurance on that
Right.
thing. They ain't worried about it.
You're going to use your people to build it right back up.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So our people must understand that it's not by might. It's going to be through God's word how we are going to win this thing back. And it was a heavy point that you was bringing out about them being a tumult together. You know what I'm saying? Because what they're doing is they're go back to the video, because I think it says it in the video how they were copying off of how Esau does it.
How Esau do. Okay.
I think it was in this video. Play a little bit more.
To understand who wins and who loses, we're hitting the road. Jamaica borrowed $700 million to have a Chinese state-owned firm build this toll highway.
So stop. They borrowed $700 million to pay China, who's going to put that money back in China's pocket.
Yep.
Damn.
That money was supposed to support their infrastructure, support them, build up Jamaica for the Jamaicans, and now China's getting it. Congratulations. It's a setup, bro. Play.
1,000 Chinese were imported to do the work alongside Jamaicans.
I want y'all to see something. Hold on, pause it. You see, this is a nice toll road. The Chinese built this, right? And you know, a toll road is you build the road and then you have a toll so that money goes back in the community and builds up better roads, et cetera, et cetera. It pays for itself. But play. So all this money is going to go back to China at some point.
Strategic plan, an outlet for their labor.
Now stop.
For Jamaica.
They doing the same thing. This is the Jamaicans pay toll. That's what they doing. Play it.
Make it to say no to China.
They trying to do a payroll on a pay toll on their own. They trying to fix their roads
to fix them all. So locals.
So he's out there trying to get money
to pay for
so that they can build their own roads.
So it's important how we do it.
To put it in
Hold on.
perspective,
So this is what we forced to do. We got we our brothers is out there with dirt trying to fill up potholes in a bucket. They shouldn't have to do that. It's their land. It's supposed to be their land, but we know through the curses it's not. We know through the curses that we are subject to payments. We know through the curses that this is going to happen. So all these things that go on, we have to be aware of this. And the reason why it's the same New Year but the same lies is because this has been going on in Jamaica. The Chinese have been there taking advantage of Jamaicans. There's a history there that goes back, I want to say to the 1800s. It goes back a long way. But there's been riots because of how Chinese people treat the Jamaicans and how they use them. So it's not a new thing. Keep playing.
we're heading to meet one of Jamaica's most senior statesmen.
Ambassador.
Morning. How are you?
Very good. Thank
And
you
this
very
is
much.
one of
Very
the
good to meet
coons.
you. We'll get you right
Richard Bernal was Jamaica's ambassador to Washington, now runs a
I
global
want you to look at him.
center
Stop.
at its main university.
Stop. What does he look like?
Your brother like he been bleaching.
No, I want you to really look at his features.
Yeah,
He
Moab.
looked like
Yeah,
Moab.
he do. Yeah.
He looked like Moab. Now I want you to see his demeanor and his stance on what's going on in Jamaica. So we just heard, hey, all this money going back to China is not going to benefit the people of Jamaica. But let's see what he says.
I know there are cases in other developing countries where they bring in a lot of their own workers. But in this case, the numbers are relatively small and they have been reducing over time.
He dismisses concerns over who's doing the work when you consider what Jamaica is getting with the loans.
So he's trying to downplay it like, man, it ain't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jamaicans are getting work. They're getting work. You know what I'm saying? But he's trying to downplay it. Hey, they're gonna get something on the back end. What are you getting on the back end if the China workers are taking all the money back to China? It's not like Chinese people are coming to live in Jamaica and stay there. No, they're taking that money and they're taking it back to China. Play.
The terms are quite generous, long repayment periods, low interest.
Stop.
Secondly,
Stop. Now that's CAP. C-A-P. Because the guy in the engineer at the beginning just said at the end of the contract, the beneficiary was China. Or whatever the China company was. So you're not getting that money. Right. Jamaica's not getting the money. China's getting the money. And he's selling a bold-faced lie. Play.
the Chinese are very competitive in carrying out these construction projects. And thirdly, what you find is that it comes with less conditionality than Western aid.
But in return for its money.
So he said it comes with less conditions than Western. So basically, if America wanted to come in there, America want everything. You know how America is, you know what I'm saying? America is a grape gatherer. They're going to steal everything.
Every last grape.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's like, all right, we don't want to deal with you because you're super oppressive. We'll just deal with a little bit of oppression. Not a lot, just a little. It's still oppression.
Yeah.
But keep playing.
Money, China is looking for influence and opportunity, and that is all about location.
So this is Little Goat Island?
Yes, it is.
Goat Island sits directly north of the
So
strategically
I want you to
critical
stop.
Panama.
Stop. I want you to think about this, right? Where's that scripture in Psalms where it says they speak smooth words,
That's butter. It's a 50.
but war is in their heart. 55:21. Get that real quick. Psalms 55 and 21.
Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21.
Now, I want you to understand something. This is talking about Edom, but this goes for all of our enemies. Why? Because all of our enemies follow after the lead of Esau. We read that in Psalms 83, that they're in a tumult together. So they have the same mindset, our enemies. Read.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
So when they came with the, hey, we don't want no money. We don't want a lot of money. We don't want a lot of we don't want a lot on the back end. But this is what they really after. You got to understand they playing chess. Jamaica playing checkers. and they playing chess because it's gonna show you what they really want. Keep playing.
Canal.
And this is where the Jamaican government agreed
So
to allow
stop.
the Chinese.
This
to-
is Little Goat Island, and Little Goat Island is close to the Panama Canal. So if they can get a foothold in Jamaica to start building up their own harbor by the Panama Canal, what do you think they about to do? They about to get money.
That's right.
They about to get money because the Panama Canal gets money. And if you got a what is it, a freight station or like a docking station or a canal, not necessarily a canal because the canal goes through, but this would be like a shipping docking station to where you could bring and set stuff off and let it sit there for a while, you know, as it's going back and forth. So there's money in that too, storage. So this is what they really want. So yeah, we're going to come in.
They about to take a little. They about to take a lot.
They about to take a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand something. That's money. Why can't the Jamaicans do that and get their own money? Right. Why the Chinese got to come in there and do that? So they see an opportunity. The Chinese see an opportunity like, oh, there's money over there. We can go over there. We'll build up some roads for them, whoop-de-woo, you know what I'm saying? But not really understanding that roads are going to be for them as they shipping goes back and forth.
Right.
So it's not even for the Jamaicans. It's for the Chinese.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when your enemies talk smooth, like, yeah, we want to build this hospital for you. We want to build roads for you. We want you to be successful. No, war is in his heart. He thinking, we about to capitalize and take over.
That's why
because this is money
was
over
like.
here.
That's why Zerubbabel was like, no, we don't need you to build up because he already knew what was in their hearts and minds to do, to take over. Every time black people or brown people get together and build something, they always want to come in the middle of our building to try to take over what we're trying to establish. But real quick, Second Ezra, because it's gonna land back off of what you was just saying. Second Ezra, the 15 and 46. So the scriptures tell us that they lying. They lie. They is a lie. Use a lie, Moab. We know it. The Bible tells us, the Most High warned us of this right here. Read.
2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 46. And thou, Asia.
We talking to you, Moab. Asia, we talking to you. That's why they got the bill Asian hate. You know, they passed a bill Asian hate. Where's our bill? They've been hating us for over 400. Where's our bill?
More than that, longer than that.
Longer than that. I'm just giving what we know recently. You know what I mean? Read.
And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
There you go. Y'all want to do it just like the white man. Y'all want to come in. Y'all want to come in with these smooth words, and y'all want to take over just like the daughter of Babylon. We know you. We see you, Asia. We know you, and we coming over there to tell our people what you doing. We gonna give them this scripture right here.
All right,
Read
Dante.
it.
All right, Dante.
I know y'all was in.
Dante coming.
Y'all
Dante
cut my
here now.
Facebook off.
Dante here now. Hey, read that again, though. Read that
Go ahead,
45
officer.
again.
Get the butter off.
Or
there.
46 again.
And thou, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 46. And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person.
Keep reading.
Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
You in that tumult with her. You doing the same things that America doing. Right. This is the same thing America did to our so-called Zebulon brothers for the Panama Canal. Right. They came in there promising them stuff, helping them out, but then under the table, they tricked them into owning that Panama because they seen how much money and influence was to control what's coming in and out, being shipped. Read.
Thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom.
And you have decked your daughters in whoredom. But there's going to be a recompense for that. Give me that in Revelations. Revelations, what is it, 14? 14 and
10.
Start at verse 9.
Revelation.
No, start at verse 8.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 8. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
She made all nations drink of the wrath of her fornication. And that's what you're seeing with China. Yeah. That's they drinking of that fornication because they're misusing our people. Read.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
So China has accepted the policies of America, accepted the ways of America. Right. So that's how they accepted the beast with its mark in the forehead and his hand, because with your hand, you agree.
Yeah.
You in agreement. You know what I'm saying? So they've been in agreement with the policies and how to rob, how to spoil, how to pillage. I can't think of another word. Colonize. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they taking Esau playbook. Oh, that's right. Okay, Esau did this. Right. Esau did that. Okay, we need to put that in the playbook. We're going to go do it too. We're going to do it in Africa, and we're going to do it in Jamaica. Right. They already took Haiti. They already took Panama. They already took them. But, hey, there's some other untapped resources out here. We're going to take those. But we're going to use their playbook. But keep reading. What's the judgment for that?
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
So there will be a judgment for what you're doing to our people. The same is going to drink of the wrath of what?
Of God, which is poured out without mixture unto the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
So that's why we got to depend on the word. We can't go burning stuff down because that's not going to be helpful to our cause. Right. What's going to be helpful to our cause, my so-called Jamaican brothers who are from the tribe of Benjamin, what's going to help you is keeping God's laws. What's going to help you is coming back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. Because it's not going to be by might that we take this thing back. It's going to be by God's word. God already got a plan. He going to burn it down. You ain't got to start the fire. He going to burn it down.
Right.
He got bombs on standby, on deck.
On deck.
It's a fire coming. It's going to burn. Trust me, you going to get your get back. But only if you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. All right? Go back to the video. I think there's a little bit more left on there.
Build a huge port.
This is where they want to build a port.
So they want to build a port. That's what it's called.
About it, she knew it had to be stopped.
I thought, why are we giving away one of our major resources to somebody because they have an idea?
So stop.
Why aren't we protecting for us what?
Right. Our people know the truth. Our people will talk with sense. She's talking with sense. She's like, look, they about to come and build a port here. Why are we giving up our resources to them?
And look how Esau looking at her like, damn.
Like, damn, you kind of smart, but what you going to do? Because the rest of your people don't want to follow.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we do have people out there that see but beyond the lies. They see it. But what can you do? The only thing you could do is keep God's laws.
Yep. And that's the only reason why we in the state that we in now. Let me get Nehemiah 9:36. Because we got to understand the reason why we got to be servants in our own land is because we broke his laws. Why are we giving up all of, what she say, our best resource? Because we broke God's laws. That's the answer. Read that.
Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 36. Behold, we are servants this day, and for the land that thou gavest unto our fathers to eat the fruit thereof and the good thereof.
Right.
Behold, we are servants in it.
So any land that we in, Jamaica, that they took that land. That's their land. They are servants in it. Haiti, they took that land back. They're servants in that. America, well, we ain't took this land, but you know, that's their land, and they're servants in it, okay? And it yieldeth much increase. But keep reading.
And it yieldeth much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us.
So who is it yielding increase to? The kings that the Most High set over us. Who is that? Ammon, Esau, Moab. That's who the kings that the Most High set over us because what? We broke his laws. Keep reading.
It yielded much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us because of our sins.
Right.
Also, they have dominion over our bodies
right.
and over our cattle at their pleasure. And we are in great distress.
So that's why they give up all their resources to them. All right. That's why when you go on they got resorts. Right. They got what else they got there? Fruits, vegetables, all of that. Yeah. That's given to the kings. Right. That's given to the kings that the Most High set over us for breaking his laws. So how do we come out of that? You got to go on the flip side. you got to come back to your God, the black Messiah, Jesus Christ. That's the only way we're going to get out, just like Officer been saying. Not by burning down a hotel, not by might, not by power. Coming back to God's laws. Right. That's it.
That's right. All right, go to that next video, because whenever there's a not that one, the other video, that dude. Whenever there's a uprising, right, or people coming to knowledge, people coming to understanding of who they are, right, or wanting to change, there's always the Jason, the coon, the stopper of progress. You know what I'm saying? And it always comes from our own people. Now, this lady made a good point. We giving away our resources to the Chinese. The other brother made a good point, like, hey, they are the beneficiaries of this deal. They're making the money. Our people are going to remain poor. Well, I want you to listen to what this dude say. The sellout, the Judas. It's always one.
You look Moab too.
Jamaica has had Chinese in our blood since the 1800s.
So stop.
Slavery.
There you go.
That's it right there. Just saying that. And our people say it here in America too. Well, you know, we all mix. You all got some white in you. And it's just an excuse or a cover-up to try to say what you about to say, the nonsense that you about to say. Hey, you trying to make it seem like y'all one and the same. You're not one and the same.
We always try
Jamaica, ain't nobody in China saying, yeah, me and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We cool. Being a Jamaican's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We part of our history. They part of the Ming Dynasty. They ain't saying nothing like that.
Right.
Never.
They ain't telling you nothing. If you try to go over to China, they're gonna be like, hey, take your ass back to Jamaica now. You know what I'm saying? But play.
But has U.S. fear of Chinese competition been shaping a funny Jamaican cynicism for our new Chinese immigrants?
So stop.
This is Wake Up and...
So what he's trying to bring to light is, or what he's trying to say is, okay, why are we looking at this as a bad thing that China is coming in and doing this stuff? Is it because the America is saying it's bad? Never mind that you're not going to get no money out of it. Never mind that they're trying to use your resources. Never mind that they're trying to come up on you. Never mind all that. But why is this a bad thing? Play.
Officer, never trust a man without a beard and a mustache.
This is true.
Bring it out.
This is true.
Bring
And
it out.
half of the men with beards and mustache.
Boy,
Play that.
where your stash at, bro?
Live with Bob. The Jamaican government has all but begged foreign investors to invest in Jamaica, but they all seem to cut their eyes as the government asked them or request of them to pay Jamaican workers a basic minimum wage. So why then are Jamaicans so unsettled about the new Chinese class of investors? From childhood, I've never seen a Chinese business fail. That's not to say that they've never failed, but I see them as the people who've always baked our patties, baked our cocoa bread, baked our hard dough bread, sliced our cheese, bake our buns, and they are the ones whose mini marts have now turned into super mega marts.
Because you keep patronizing them.
Stop. So this is that New Year's same lie that he thinks somehow that this is a good thing, that hey, the Chinese people like us. They got mega marts in our country. They make our cocoa bread. They make our beef patties. They make that stuff because you eat it.
Right.
They benefit off of it. None of that money is going back to Jamaica.
Look, how many Chinese people you seen with weave in their head?
Right.
Not one.
Not a one.
And they own all the wig. They have it because you buy it. That's it. Yep. That's all.
They see the come up.
Yeah.
They see the come up. So of course, if you go into another country and you like, oh man, they like rice. And they like rice and peas.
Right.
Hey, send the rice.
Bring it out.
We about to put them on game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they like chicken. Hey, send the chickens. We about to sell them chicken.
Yep.
Just like whenever you go to the hood Chinese, you know, I don't go to the hood Chinese, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that anymore. But in the hood Chinese stores, they try to sell fried chicken.
Yeah.
Now, do they sell fried chicken in China? No.
Fried cat.
Fried cat.
But they try to sell it to you because they know you're going to eat it. Same thing with the Ishmaelites. They came over here and it was like, hey, black people love chicken. Let's throw some of this season that we have over in India on it and then sell it to them. And black people was like, dang, this is good. This is the best season I ever had. What? I don't even know what that season is called. This brother over here said it's fire. Come on, bro. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what they say. That's what they say, that it's fire. Yeah, that's what our people say. They say, oh, man, it's fire. We never had nothing like this before. It's seasoned, bro. You would know that if, you know what I'm saying, you stop eating McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? There's all kind of seasons in the world that you can try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
my brother got a seasoned company. What?
My brother do got a seasoned company.
Free promo.
Free promo. Name it real quick. Name it real quick.
The Smoke Spice Company.
Smoke Spice Company.
There you go. Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? But all these nations come in and they capitalize. They capitalize off our people. But keep playing real quick.
Where your stash
The
at,
business track record that has served Jamaica well for many, many years. Chinese are reopening businesses, closed and failed businesses all over Jamaica, in rural areas where businesses once thrived for 15, 20 years ago, but no longer exist. Chinese have been opening up that sort of business, and have been doing well and contributing well to the GDP of Jamaica. If they're ever a concern about Chinese leasing airports or seaports or leasing land concession, you please remember this. In the United States, for example, nearly all its seaports are leased by foreign businesses. They're leased and run by foreign businesses.
But what he doesn't understand, America sets the rules.
Right.
Like, you gonna do what we say do, and you gonna pay us for being in our ports. Jamaica ain't getting none of that money back from China.
That's right.
They're not gonna get a dime back. They taking over that port, and they gonna be like, this is ours. We making our money, and nothing's going back to you. This is what he fails to understand, and this is what a lot of our people fail to understand. Even our people in the scriptures. When you read about Jason and the Maccabees, he was trying to set up things of the heathen, thinking somehow it was going to benefit his people, and they don't benefit your people. You cannot give me Proverbs 3 and 31. Proverbs chapter 3 and 31.
Proverbs
and
chapter.
then give me that in Sirach. You know what I want in Sirach too.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
It says, envy not thou oppressor, and choose none of their ways. You know what I'm saying? What you got to understand is that there's no good that's going to come out of this for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You seen what happened in Africa that y'all was bringing out. They built a whole thing, and then you found it got bugs in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like
Cameras.
spies and stuff like espionage going on. You don't think they going to do that to you? Mm-hmm. So they can see how they can get over on you some more?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Play what you got. Or read what you got.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemies.
It says, never trust your enemies. Never trust your enemies. To my Benjamin brothers, never trust your enemies. You know what I'm saying? There's no good that's going to come out of that. Read.
Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. So it's a setup. It's a setup to steal your resources. But again, this is all part of God's plan. God said that this would happen in Deuteronomy 28. That's why we bringing this stuff out, to show you that the curses are real. When it says that all of your resources will be taken by another nation and you will forever be poor, this is what's happening. We showing you how it happens. We showing you in real life, real time, how it happens, even to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, you'll have these people out there saying, oh, y'all only bring up slavery. No, we bring up, even now, it's still happening. Mm-hmm. The curses are still on our people. So it's not about, hey, shining a light on slavery and what happened through slavery. It's still happening today.
Right.
They still running the same playbook today to steal your resources. Mm-hmm. God's words do not fail. Right. If he said you're going to be cursed, you're going to be cursed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And nothing that Mr. Coon Jenkins on the screen can say is going to take that away. You're going to be cursed. It is what it is. All right. Anybody got anything else on that?
No, that's we all
y'all want to
You in your
man,
bag.
dang, I was trying to.
But it's
trying to
showing.
have
But it's showing also that we don't have no might in our hand. We
That's
don't
right.
have no power, no military might, no political might. We don't have no might to stop these things. Like the woman is sitting there by Esau on the boat, looking out at her land that she grew up in, her parents grew up in, and she's looking at them getting ready to prepare to take her inheritance. Looking at it, and she's being articulate about it, and she's smart enough to know what they're doing, but she can't do nothing about it.
Nothing about it. Nothing about it. All right, moving on.
This what I
moving on. You know, we can't let a show go past without exposing Amalek.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? We have to tell the truth. It is what it is. We gotta tell the truth about what's going on with Amalek. Amalek is like so afraid right now. They like, man, they waking up. We never thought this would happen. So, you know, Whoopi Goldberg got in trouble again. You know what I'm saying? Play not that video first. Go back down to the NBC News one, so we can get caught up to speed. What's going on with Whoopi? You know what I'm saying? Because she got in trouble, you know, on the show.
Not that Whoopi.
Not that one. Not that one.
That's another Whoopi.
You know what I'm saying? So she got in trouble for making some remarks about the red Hebrew Amalekites.
You know, I never realized. Hold on.
Not that one, the other one. It's
You
the
know,
NBC News one.
I never realized. We always Whoopi Goldberg, that Jewish name, Whoopi Goldberg. We've been growing up to hear that.
Did she change her last name?
She changed it.
She changed it.
That's not her original last name.
Goldberg. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she did that to get in the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. As a
Let me look up
Jewish.
that. Yeah.
Because, you know, some people, they change, they have a stage name.
Alias,
Yeah. But that was strategic.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Because she knew who was running Hollywood.
Hey, you right. You right. But let's go to
They
this.
seen that picture. You ain't no Goldberg.
You ain't no Goldberg.
You still nigga.
But if you marry Ted Danson, we'll give you a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, play that.
We're back now with fresh controversy surrounding Whoopi Goldberg. It's spilling over from comments she made almost a year ago saying the Holocaust was not about race. She was widely condemned then and apologized, but she just made similar comments again in a new interview. NBC's Nayela Charles has the story.
Tonight, Whoopi Goldberg making controversial comments again, reiterating statements from earlier this year that the Holocaust wasn't about race. The Sunday Times of London quoted Goldberg as saying the Holocaust, quote, wasn't originally about race. Also saying, quote, they did that.
So she gets in trouble because she made a statement, which actually is a true statement. She's saying that it wasn't originally about race. All right. And so it wasn't. When Adolf Hitler was going and trying to get rid of, he was trying to create a master race. So during that time, he was killing black people too, because he was trying to create a master race. But what he was doing was, he wasn't eradicating the so-called Jews because they, you know, didn't fit the plan. It's because they didn't want to go to the ideology.
Right.
They wanted to keep the ideology that they were Jews.
Right. So it wasn't what they looked like, because if they would have took away their ideology and, you know, and whatever theology or whatever religion they were trying to be a part of, because he, like you said, he was trying to make one Aryan race. So it wasn't, all they had to do was say,
I'm
okay,
Aryan.
Yeah, I'm Aryan.
Yeah.
They would have been, he wouldn't have messed with him. He wouldn't have did nothing to him. So it wasn't about race. It was about their ideology, what they were trying to do. And Hitler was smart enough to know that, you're trying to be the Jews in the Bible, and you really ain't. You need to stop playing.
You need to just be who you
need
are.
to be who you are.
You need to be an Esau, Idumean, Edomite, like
we
you're
are
supposed to be. Let's join together and let's make this work.
Right.
Sounds like Hitler was trying to stick to the game plan his forefather set up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Read that thing. You got it.
Get First Maccabees 1. Hitler stuck to the game plan. He was like, hold on, bro. Y'all going off script. So now we got to do something about that. Read that. 141.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
So, bruh, stop trying to claim to be this people and come back to who we are. We are the Edomites.
We know who we are. We know who we are.
Right. We the Edomites. Stick to the game plan, bro.
Hey, we can run this thing.
Right.
We can run this thing. We good.
We got the juice right now, bro.
We got
that
the
ain't
juice.
it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like the Lord said, a kingdom that is divided cannot stand. You know what I'm saying? So Esau will never be together. They always fought against each other. That's why you had Lysimachus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucus always fighting against each other. They always going to fight against each other. That's why you had America against Britain. That's why you had France against Britain, Germany, Russia, you know what I'm saying, Civil War, you know what I'm saying? They always going to be against each other because they got war in their heart. They ain't got no choice.
Right.
And
you know
officer, if it was about race, Hitler's name was Alois Schicklgruber.
Yeah.
Alois so he would have been considered Jewish.
Yeah.
So he's saying that, dude, we are not Jewish. We are not the Jews. What are y'all doing? Y'all trying to divide us. I'm trying to make one nation. You know what I'm saying? So if Hitler would have followed them, he could have easily said, "Oh, I'm Jewish because my father and mother were Jewish, and they had the name Schicklerberger."
You know what I'm saying? So
none of them names in the Bible. It's crazy.
Read what she said though. Read what she said on the screen.
Whoopi Goldberg on being canceled and why she's still wild at 67. They did that to black people too.
So she has some common knowledge of what's going on. She said they did that to black people too, which we brought out the proof on Patient Saints. Maybe a month ago, we brought out the proof that the Israelites, the so-called blacks, was in those concentration camps as well as the so-called red Hebrew Amalekites. Read.
They did that to black people too, but it doesn't change the fact that you could not tell a Jew on the street.
You couldn't tell a Jew on the street. They had to go in and see, hey, what do they have in their house? Do they have menorahs in their house? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? Because if they just walked down the street, they wouldn't know that they was Jews. They had to find out if they was Jews, Jewish or not. You know what I'm saying? By the ideology that they were keeping. Right. Because they knew that wasn't what they were supposed to be doing. Read.
You could find me. You couldn't find them.
Exactly.
That was the point I was making.
And that's all she was saying. It was like, hey, it couldn't have been about race. If that's the case, if it was about race, then why when black people kill black people on the street, why don't call that racism?
Right.
Why is it not why is black on black crime not considered racism?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we should have some anti-racism rallies in Chicago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in LA where our people are Bloods and Crips against each other. Right. That should be anti-racism.
Right.
Yeah. That's two different races.
The rap music is racism.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime two people of the same ethnicity have an agreement, that should be a race issue because that's what's going on here. They have two different ideologies, and one was trying to bring them back to a different ideology, and he killed them for it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, she wasn't wrong in what she was saying, but yet, because she said it about a certain group of people, now it's a problem. Right. And that shows you how much power that they have, because they can say that about us, but
as we say
ain't nobody getting fired. Right. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? You can say that about somebody in France, ain't nobody gonna get fired. Right. You can say that about Germans, ain't nobody getting fired. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get up there all day and talk about, hey, Germany is terrible, Germany is this, Germany is that, Germans do this, Germans do that. And ain't nobody getting fired from their job. Right. You can get up there and say black people like chicken, black people like watermelon, black people lazy, black people this. You're not gonna get fired.
Yep.
Yeah, a black man can call another black man jigaboo on air.
Exactly. Right. RG3. Where's the backlash and outcry? Where's the anti-blackness for that? Right. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna use that word and not be fired on national television? He was calling games yesterday.
Right.
And he called these jigaboos. He proved those jigaboos wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So something ain't adding up, and our people are starting to see this. First play Esau and them on Fox News, because our people have to start seeing, not that one, the other one.
We gotta get that up.
The other one, where is it at? Yeah.
Statements can have real.
Yeah, play that thing, because we have to understand that this is a tactic. Like we as black people will believe something. Like, so all of our people believe that black people are the Israelites, that we the Israelites, right? We believe that. You know, a lot of people, the comments to say Kanye ain't crazy.
Right.
We know that we the Israelites. But then we have to wait on Esau to agree with it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're never going to agree with it. You have to get over that fact that they're never going to agree. They're never going to come out and say, "Ah, man, you got me." Dang. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for you darn Israelites. They're never going to come out and agree. They're always going to say it wasn't me. Give me that video.
That pesky dog.
They always going to say it wasn't me. Just play it in the background. I don't want to see the video. The video is suggestive. But just play it in the background. This is what Esau does. Anytime you come up talking about Israelite this, Israelite that, don't put it on. You know what I want you to do, Ariel? Okay, just play the sound. Play it.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Stop.
Got all the
You know what I'm saying?
footage.
So you got all the evidence. The Bible is telling you who the curses was going to be on.
Yep.
You got all the evidence showing you on the walls of Egypt. You got all the evidence showing who the real Israelites are. But Esau will get on camera and just be like, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got the receipt showing that the so-called Jewish funded the slave ships.
right.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got proof that the Spaniards were the so-called Jewish people. It wasn't me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So play this about these Edomites.
Have real consequences, and they point to the anti-Semitic incidents that are rising across the country.
Stop.
She
This
knows
is
words
her
matter.
saying it wasn't me.
Right.
It wasn't me.
Right.
They try to point the finger back like, oh, because you telling the truth. You got to understand, you got to stick by the truth. It is what it is. Give me John 8:32 real quick.
They just have a posture of a liar.
They just look. She just looked like a liar. You look like you lie.
Damn.
Play that or read that.
John chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's why they hated Christ, because Christ was coming to tell the truth.
Right.
He was telling the truth who the enemy was. He was telling the truth that our people was wicked, and they wanted to kill him for it.
Right.
So if you claiming that you telling the truth and everybody agree with you, something wrong.
That ain't the truth.
Something wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time we say we the Israelites, you got somebody saying, no, it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? With no evidence, no nothing. Like in the song, you know, hey, she saw me doing it. It wasn't me. She saw me in the shower with her. It wasn't me. She saw me on the counter with her. It wasn't me. She got me on camera with her.
Right.
It wasn't you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just deny it.
And
Just deny it.
some of our people, just like these silly women, would actually believe that. Well, maybe it wasn't him.
But that's where our people.
the Jewish
no,
people.
that's what a lot of our people do, because they want them to admit that they are lying. They're never going to admit that they're lying.
Right.
Give me that script in Psalms where it says they go from the womb. Psalms 58. Give me that. Psalms chapter 58.
Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Speaking lies. They're never going to stop lying. They're never. Hey, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is a PSA announcement.
Bring it out. PSA, public service announcement.
This is a PSA. The white man will never admit to his crimes. Never, ever. He's never going to come to you and say, you know what, you were right about me. I did do all these things.
Right.
You know what, you were right. You are the Israelites. I'm not an Israelite. If you sitting on the sideline watching the videos thinking like, man, they could be right. They're making a lot of sense, but I don't know. Maybe it's because you waiting for the white man to agree. He's never going to agree.
Right.
Never, ever.
He's never going to say, you know what, you're right. He's never going to say it.
At all.
It's never going to happen. You have to believe what's right in front of you, what this Bible says. You have to believe the scriptures and what they said what happened to the Israelites. That's the only thing you got. Because if you waiting for somebody to be like, yeah, you know what, we did it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. Ever.
And how can you believe a liar anyway?
Exactly.
He'll look you straight in your face and lie to you. So how can you ever believe anything he say?
And it goes into the power of their media, man. Like it says, their secret plots and popular persuasions. You can put a white man on TV as an Egyptian,
right?
And they won't say anything about that. You get what I'm saying? Or you could put him on there as Martin Luther King,
the last Mexican,
the last Mexican, and they won't say anything about it. It's just the power of their media. Right. They made anti-Semitic a trigger word, and we didn't shown the proof that they ain't the only Semitic people.
Right.
And it's there clear as day, but they put it on the news so much that when you hear that thing,
you get triggered.
It's a trigger. But they can call us super predators. They can say that we don't take care of our households. It's all in the thugs. They put it all in the media, and then you believe that thing. It's power in that.
And that's the war that's going on. Give me that in what is it, Second Esdras? Popular plots and persuasions.
I got you.
First Esdras.
First Esdras chapter 5 and verse 73.
Read that.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions.
Popular persuasions, meaning they say it over and over and over again.
Right.
Say it well, say it often.
Yeah.
Popular persuasions, they keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it, so it must be true. You as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all have to start believing in yourself.
Right.
You're not stupid.
There you go. Right.
You're not stupid.
That's it, right?
You
there.
what you feeling? Because a lot of our people feel it. They be like,
something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right, yeah.
Something ain't right. But you keep waiting for them to admit that they did it wrong. They're never going to admit they did it wrong.
Right.
You just have to know for surety and believe. It is what it is. You know for sure that your people went into slavery. The Bible says that the Israelites would go into slavery. The so-called red Hebrew Amalekite never went into slavery on slave ships.
Bring it up.
You can read. You can understand. You don't have to fall for their popular persuasion. You don't have to wait for an admission of guilt. You know what I'm saying? That's why in what is it, 2 Thessalonians 5.
And that's like, man, I wish somebody could find this video, man. But it's this woman online. It's like a video meme, and she went through, and you would think she was talking about her husband. So she went through and she was like, I love him, but he beats me. But every day I work hard for him. And when I go out to work, I work for him. I help him with his business. She went through all these things. And at the end, she said, and his name is America.
I've seen that one. Yep.
It's like a battered woman. You know what I'm saying? They beat you, and you still say, but I love him. They say, well, leave him. You say, but I love him. And then keep beating your butt. And he said, well, leave him then.
That's Stockholm Syndrome. Yep. Stockholm Syndrome.
Yep.
Give me this 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
It said that son of man be revealed. It didn't say that man of perdition is going to reveal itself.
Right.
He's never going to admit to it. You just have to look at the signs of the script. That's why it says, let no man deceive you by any means, because they're going to keep lying. They're going to keep lying to you year after year. Same new year, same lies. They just going to keep lying to you. You know what I'm saying? So I got a song for Esau.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
Now, before you say that, I would say the reason why and what you black people need to realize is Esau's gift, so-called white man, is the gift of war. And the longest war he's ever been fighting is against us.
That's right.
So him saying these things in media, that's all called propaganda. That's the strategy of war. So he's never going to come out and out himself like, hey, this is my war strategy. This is why I'm saying this. No, you got to realize this is war. And a lot of y'all too comfortable here don't realize
billions of dollars to stay in this war. Like, what do you want from us? Why us? We the one marching, trying to hold your hand and be equal. We ain't trying to fight you. We'll hug you after you shoot 9 of us in our church. We'll rub your hair at court and give you a Bible. You know what I'm saying? Why are you still fighting us? There is a reason for that.
And our people know it. They know it's something behind it, but they always just want to be told. You know, they want somebody to admit it. They're never going to admit it. Just like, you know, like y'all brought up the battered wife thing. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, say a wife always getting cheated on by her husband or whatever. She won't leave. And she was like, just tell me. I won't get mad. Just tell me you cheated on me. Just tell you. Yeah. That's why in that song, in that Shaggy song, he say, just say it wasn't you. Just say it wasn't you. Because the moment that was what the mob used to do. The mob would say, hey, just say you didn't do it. Just keep saying you didn't do it. Just keep saying you didn't do it. Because it's something in the brain that unless somebody admits it, that there's always that reasonable doubt. Yep. There's always that reasonable doubt that maybe they didn't do it. Maybe they not Esau. Maybe they not the devil. Maybe they are the real Israelites. No, they not. You have to believe it for yourself. You have to trust in the Most High God's words yourself. You got to stop waiting on Esau to tell on himself. Yeah. He not gonna tell on himself. This is the song we gotta play for Esau. This is the New Year same lie song for Esau. Let's start it off right. Play that thing. Not that. Why you lying? Come on, bro.
Dog.
Come on, bro. Help me out, bro.
Dog.
Just play it.
Here it go.
Don't put it on the screen. Just play it. I can't hear it. Unmute that.
Yeah. Every time.
Go back. Come on, bro. You're killing me.
The spirit of New York.
Oh, you got the new Margellas?
Hey, this is what we playing for Esau.
That's what's up. I see.
New Year, same lies. This shout out to you, Esau.
That's your girl?
Red Amalekite. Red Hebrew Amalekite.
I just want to know one
Shout out to Esau.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. Why? You making it hard for me.
All right, stop. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, right. I hope y'all was really paying attention today. You know what I'm saying, to the class. Esau is gonna be Esau. They're gonna lie. You just have to believe in what the Most High God's word says. We are the Israelites, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You are the Israelites. Stop believing in lies. Stop celebrating their holidays. Get back into this Bible. Understand who you are. Y'all got something real quick?
With that, I say shalom. Shalom.
Hey, so this has been another show with Saying of the Seers. Set your alarm clocks.
Yes, sir.
Every Monday, 12:30. Hey, shout out Officer Red. We hope you start feeling better, bro. You got to stop getting sick.
Come on,
we need
bro.
to get you some antihistamines or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make him one of them concoctions, man.
You know what I'm saying? We need to get this brother something, bro.
Yeah,
get this brother something.
Get some ginger ale.
Hey, shout out all the brothers, the tech team. We got St. Louis in the house. Officer Maccabeus is here.
That's right.
Love that
Big
brother.
Mac.
Love St. Louis. Big Mac. Not
Mac.
Little Mac. Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? So this is Saying of the Seers. I'm Officer Lagaboir.
Officer Lycom.
Officer Abishai.
Officer Zimri.
All right. So, hey, shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom.
Wanna go to war, I'm bleeding. Got my garment fitted. I'm on the floor, I hit it. I'm an Israelite, they get it. Wanna go to war, I'm bleeding. Got my garment fitted. I'm on the floor, I hit it. I'm an Israelite, they get it. Ain't got time for no ifs, ands. I'm waiting on